My name's Mick, and I am the biggest hater of modern cars on the internet. This GR Yaris is by all means a modern car. It has lane keep systems, it has a turbocharged engine, it has Apple CarPlay and modern tech. But some serious engineering has gone into this car. Some people were paid a lot of money to make this drive and feel differently to most modern cars. Today we find out if they succeeded. Welcome to the GR Yaris. This is another one of the most requested cars on Steering Feel Review. I always complain about modern cars and electric steering, but this is a car that everybody says is one of the most engaging, involving driving experiences you can get in today's world. We've got a little 3-cylinder engine with a big turbo that makes about 250, 60, 70 horsepower. This is a circuit pack, so it has a diff in the front and a diff in the back. This short, compact, bulldog stance. I've got to say, there's something about the way this car looks that's really beefy and cool. One of these is behind you in your rear view mirror. It looks very aggressive. Forged wheels from the factory, these widened arches with a little box shape. Even the way the rear end looks is like square and beefy. This car is entirely original. Literally the only thing that's aftermarket are the mud flaps. Pilot Sport 4S tires. A massive thank you to everyone that's watching this series, and none more so than Finn, who has brought this car here today. If you're local and would like to see your car on Steering Feel Review, use the links in the description, send me an email, send me an Instagram DM. Here's a list of everything I test for Steering Feel. Every one of those is a chapter down below, so you can skip to the section you're most interested in. This car has a wheelbase of 2,560 millimeters. The steering rack ratio is 13.6 to 1, which is just slightly above average. We can't figure out how this car drives from the spec alone. The only way to find that out is to drive it on the road. So let's do that, starting with spirited driving in a GR Yaris. Oh, the poke! This 3-cylinder turbo engine, I genuinely think this is one of my favorite engines for driving on the road. The gearing is excellent, nice and short. We make really good use of that 260 odd horsepower. A little bit of a launch. Didn't even have enough revs on. God, I cannot get these wheels to spin. Bro. Okay, I gotta stop. This car, I've got to remind myself, this car is actually fast and you can't just keep going. I love the 3-cylinder noise too. Such a unique character of engine and sound. It sounds a little bit like an angry vacuum cleaner. A very angry vacuum cleaner. Alright, come on, let's feel it out. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. What? Little GR Yaris? I'm not sure it's possible to get this car out of shape on the road. But you would have to get this so wrong. Let's enjoy it. I'll trail the brakes in a little. Oh, God damn. Okay. It's so natural and easy to drive fast, and yet there is feedback in my hands, in the seat, in my arse. If this is not your first episode of Steering Feel Review, maybe subscribe and leave a like. Let's get into the Steering Feel Review and I'll explain what I'm feeling. Directness is a measure of how responsive the steering is. Let's figure out the slop. Yeah, that's definitely wiggling us. Yeah, that right there is the slop. It's a little bit more than I would want maybe, but it's not bad. In corners, it feels very responsive. A little bit of wheel turning and you're turning. I've got no issues with the responsiveness and the directness of this steering rack. It feels like a good modern steering rack. Now the weighting.
Weight is all about how light or heavy the steering is, and how that changes the harder you turn the steering wheel.
If this is how Toyota tunes their steering in GR cars, I should have bought a Supra rather than an M2. This is probably the best weighting implementation in an electric steering rack I've ever felt. I'm trying to think of what comes close. The original BMW Z4 had similar weighting to this, but I think this feels even more authentic and real and interactive. I love the weighting of this steering. As a default, it's pretty light, but you get it into a corner, she weighs up a ton. Oh, god damn. This car's so fun to drive. And it's not quite that level, but it reminds me a little bit of Porsche 944 and Megane RS 3rd generation. Those cars weighed up in such a way where it was almost like it wasn't just feedback, it was a physical experience. Like I had to crank on the wheel to keep them turning. This steering almost gets there. Like when I'm turning hard in corners, I have to physically use my strength to keep the car turning because the wheel is weighing up that much. That's very interactive. That feels really good. Yeah. Love the way it weighs up. What about the texture?
Texture is all about the feeling of the road through your hands.
Sorry, GR Yaris owners, wanters, modern electric rack. I'm currently driving over a surface of road that's being resurfaced. The top layer of this road has been removed, and it's very rough. You can hear it, but I can't feel it. There's the tiniest little bit of a buzz coming through the steering wheel, but there's not really any texture here. I don't think at any point this car communicated any bumps or surface imperfections or anything like that. It's a modern electric rack. It's really tricky. I'm quite disappointed because when you drive this car in anger, it does offer feedback, but all the feedback it ever offers is at like 8/10ths in a corner. And cars with really good steering can make driving enjoyable, even at low speeds, even at low lock, because they're constantly communicating what's going on with the wheels through the steering wheel. MX-5s are really good at that. But it's part of what makes them so enjoyable to drive slowly. This GR Yaris doesn't do that. Right now, in traffic, going 40 miles an hour, it has next to no feedback, and that's because it doesn't have any texture. That part is a little bit disappointing. If this car had proper texture in its steering, I think it would be one of the best cars I've ever driven.
Let's talk about normal driving.
GR Yaris on the motorway. We got 260 horsepower, but do we have torque? Rolling into throttle in 5th? Loads of torque. I like the way this drives at speed. You're very aware that it is a small car. Maybe the wheelbase. Maybe the fact the steering's quite sharp. There's a little more road noise than I would potentially like. If I owned this car, maybe some sound deadening would go a long way. This section of road is a little rougher, and the road noise is even more now. I think that's the only downside for daily driving, but I'm not taking that into account for the steering feel scores. GR Yaris, around town. I don't know if I should call this car a hot hatch. That feels somewhat disingenuous. A hot hatch should be a little shopping cart that you get your groceries in, but is really fun on a back road. This car feels like it has a little too much engineering, a little too much effort, a little too much performance to just be a little shopping cart grocery getter. But it can do it. I mean, it is based on a Toyota Yaris, but I don't think very much Yaris is left here. The steering's responsive and easy and smooth. It's even relatively light. What is the self-centering like? It's not great. We'll try it again here, just with a little bit more speed. Still slow, okay. But then the steering isn't that heavy at lower speeds, so it doesn't bother me as much as some would. What is this car like to park? In this car, it's almost like the steering gets lighter as you approach 0 miles an hour compared to 20 to 30, which is interesting and weird, but it makes it easier to park. Conclusion and the scores. I said at the start of this video, I'm modern car hater number 1. The way this car drives is not modern. It feels authentic and engaging. There's a bit of heft to some of the controls. There's interaction and feedback. I can't believe they got away with making this in like 2021. Let me break it down for you. The engine is a peach. I love it. Great amount of power for the road. This gearbox, I cannot believe that this is a 2021 car. Listen to this shit. What? What? It's not just the fantastic feeling lever. It feels like the whole car is locked into this, and when you move it, the whole car is like reacting. It's fantastic. I love this gearbox. Very good. Elite as far as newer cars go. I do think this car maybe has too much grip. I could not get this out of shape unless I literally pulled the handbrake in a corner. Like, that's the feeling you get in this car. Personally, I would want less grip. I was saying to this car's owner, if this was my car, I would put like cheap tires on it, or maybe like an entry level or budget brand. I have a friend who does track days on Nankang NS20s because he loves the low grip experience. NS20s would be a great tire for this car. This cockpit, it feels very Yaris. There's a little bit of plasticiness. It's a bit noisier in here than I would like, but the tech is good. The driving position is not as bad as people say. You do sit a touch high. Your legs go to the pedals in a natural way. The reach to the steering wheel is very natural and good. The seats are fantastic and really hold you in place. Visibility too is quite good. These side doors are so long and the windows as a result are so big. You can see over your shoulder for a long way. I really like that. Maybe this thing is in the way a little bit. People do complain about this. I agree that you just have this little slit to look through. But actually my car is in that slit right now and it fits perfectly. So it's not that bad. Yeah, I can see more here than I can see there. The fact you have things like adaptive cruise control and Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, but they still give you analog dials for the important stuff, I absolutely love. This car feels like peak car in the sense of they give you everything that you want to feel old school, feeling old school, and everything that you want to feel new, feeling new. It's such a great combination. Okay, what about the steering scores? I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. The directness is quite good. The weighting is amazing, and probably some of the best weighing up in corners I've felt from an electric rack, a modern car, ever. However, there is no texture. I think if you're driving this car at slower speeds, if your spirited driving pace is not very fast, you might think this is quite numb. If you drive it a little harder, it really weighs up and it gives you that feeling of almost having to muscle the steering wheel around corners because it's weighing up so much. I think those diffs are doing something to that too. Everything feels locked together and feels really good. It's good. A 7 is impressive for a modern car. What about normal driving? This is a nice car to drive. It's a smaller car. On the motorway, you can feel the shorter wheelbase just a touch. It doesn't have that planted feeling of like a Golf GTI, but it's very good, apart from the road noise. And around town and normal driving, it's lovely. Easy to park, easy to maneuver. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. I think it is better than average, but it doesn't really excel in any way. It's not super amazing on the motorway, and it's not super amazing around town, but it is better than most cars at both things. When I came here today, I wasn't sure if I was going to have a really good day of driving and enjoying a car, or if I was going to fucking do another one of those rant videos that you guys seem to always love, but I genuinely don't like making because I don't like shitting on cars. But if the car is not good, I will shit on it because I have to. It's my responsibility to tell you the truth about what I think about cars. But I'm very pleasantly surprised that GR Yaris is a modern car, communicates with you, that is interactive, that is enjoyable. Good bloody job, Toyota. Well fucking done. More people should buy these cars. I mean, everyone loves them anyway, but it's justified. YouTube thinks you should watch this video next, but I think you should watch the steering feel review playlist. The Z4 first generation is a weird comparison, but has very similar steering. So if you want to get another idea of what this feels like, go watch that video too. My name's Mick. I drive cars. Peace.